right now. You are holding yourself back, not because you lack talent, but because you are trapped in invisible psychological cages. You double-check every sentence you speak, you step back to let lesser minds take the lead, and you treat your own genius like an accident. Here is the cold, brutal truth about why you keep underestimating yourself. Look back at your life over the last 3 years. How many brilliant ideas did you bury in silence because a voice inside your head whispered, "Who are you to do this?" How many times did you let someone with half your intellect, half your work ethic, and half your integrity take the prize, simply because they spoke with unearned volume while you hid in polite hesitation? It makes your chest feel heavy. It leaves you with a bitter, burning realization that you are living far below your true capacity. You tell yourself that you are just being humble. You tell yourself that good things come to those who wait, or that your time will naturally arrive. Stop lying to yourself. That isn't humility. That is fear, dressed up in polite clothing. You are suffering from invisible psychological traps, silent, internal habits that strip your power away, brick by brick, until you are left standing in a house you built, completely afraid to step outside. You aren't weak because you lack potential. You are weak because you are systematically training your mind to fail every single day, without even knowing it. Ancient Stoics and modern behavioral scientists agree on one cold principle: the cage that holds you back isn't built by your enemies. It is built by your own unexamined habits. Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius faced overwhelming chaos, military rebellions, plagues, and betrayal. Yet, in his private journal, he wrote a statement that serves as a mirror for every struggling human being. No man is suppressed by external events. He is suppressed by the opinion he chooses to hold about those events. Remove the opinion, and the weight vanishes. In this masterclass, we are breaking down the 7 silent traps that keep you weak and underestimating yourself. Pay extreme attention to trap number 4. Because if you fall into it, you will remain an emotional hostage to other people for the rest of your life. Let us dismantle the first cage. Let us examine the very first sign of an underestimated mind. Listen to how you interact with the world on a daily basis. When someone bumps into you on the street, what is the first word out of your mouth? Sorry. When you want to ask a valid question in a meeting, how do you start? Sorry to bother you, but when someone interrupts you while you are speaking, what do? You smile awkwardly, drop your voice and say, "Oh, sorry, go ahead." Why are you constantly apologizing for existing? In behavioral psychology, this is known as the apologetic reflex. It is an automatic defense mechanism designed to make you appear non-threatening, so that others won't reject or confront you. Every single time you throw out an unearned sorry, you send a powerful signal to the subconscious minds of everyone around you. You are broadcasting, "My presence is an inconvenience. My time is worth less than yours. My thoughts require your permission." Even worse, you are training your own brain to believe it. Human nature is sharp and unforgiving. When you treat your own space as an accident, others will gladly walk over it. They won't see your endless apologies as politeness, they will read it as weakness, and they will adjust their respect level accordingly. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus was born a slave and had his leg broken by a cruel master. Yet he rose to become one of the most respected minds in the ancient world. He gave his students a sharp rule regarding personal dignity. If you wish to be respected, begin by respecting your own space. Never beg for pardon when you have committed no offense. To apologize for your existence is to surrender your soul. Break this trap starting today with a simple rule. Eliminate preemptive apologies. Replace sorry to bother you with thank you for your time. Replace sorry I'm late with thank you for waiting. Replace sorry Can I ask something? With I have a question. Shift your language from submission to gratitude and authority. Stop asking the world for permission to occupy the space you were born to take up. Here is the second trap that keeps brilliant people living in obscurity while fools run the world. You have a project you want to launch, a body you want to build, a discipline you want to master, or a boundary you need to set. But when someone asks why you haven't taken action yet, you give the classic answer: I'm just getting ready. I need a little more information. I need to read one more book, save a little more money, or wait for the right timing. You call this preparation. The psychological term for it is productive procrastination. You use research, learning, and planning as a shield to protect yourself from the terrifying possibility of failure. You tell yourself that you are working hard, but in reality, you are just running on a treadmill in a dark room, spending enormous energy without moving an inch forward. Here is the cold reality. You will never feel 100% ready. Readiness is a myth created by fear. Confidence does not arrive before action. Confidence is the byproduct of taking action while feeling completely unready. While you sit in the corner perfecting your strategy and waiting for the stars to align, someone with half your skill is out in the real world, taking action, making mistakes, learning on the fly, and winning the very ground you claim to desire. Marcus Aurelius wrote a stern reminder to himself when he felt paralyzed by the magnitude of his imperial duties. Do not let the future disturb you. You will meet it, if you have to, with the same weapons of reason which today arm you against the present. Step into the fire now, or accept that you will burn in place. Kill the trap of someday readiness. Take the jump before you feel prepared. Draft the document, make the call, set the boundary, or launch the project with whatever tools you currently hold. Execution builds clarity. Standing still only breeds self-doubt. Imagine walking into a casino, putting your entire life savings on a roulette table, and letting a stranger spin the wheel. If the ball lands on red, you feel happy. If it lands on black, you fall into deep despair. You would look at anyone doing that and call them insane. Yet, you do the exact same thing with your emotional state every single day. You post something you created, and your mood depends on how many likes it receives. You walk into a room, and your confidence depends on whether someone compliments your appearance. You state an opinion, and your self-worth hinges on whether the crowd nods or frowns. You are playing in the validation casino. You have placed your internal peace into the hands of inconsistent, distraction-addicted strangers who don't even know who they are. When you rely on external approval to feel good about yourself, you turn your life into a roller coaster you cannot control. If their praise makes you feel like a king, then their criticism or silence will inevitably make you feel like a peasant. You become an emotional beggar, constantly standing outside the doors of other people's opinions, holding out your hands for breadcrumbs of approval. The Stoic master Seneca dissected this human madness 2,000 years ago with brutal precision. Why do you value the opinion of a man who does not even value himself? You seek the applause of fools, and then you wonder why your life feels hollow. A man who lives for approval will die from their rejection. To break free from this trap, you must build an internal baseline. Before you release work, make a decision, or step into a room, ask yourself one question. Does this align with my standards, my character, and my integrity? If the answer is yes, then the applause of the crowd adds nothing, and the condemnation of the crowd subtracts nothing. Be like an emerald. Its value does not change whether a passerby admires it or steps over it in the dirt. Pay close attention to this trap, because it is the most insidious weapon used against kind, capable human beings. Do you have people in your life who only contact you when they need a problem solved? Do you find yourself constantly fixing other people's crises, lending money you cannot spare? listening to hours of toxic complaints, or carrying emotional weight that isn't yours. And when you finally feel exhausted and try to step back, do they make you feel like the worst person on earth? You are suffering from the hero complex. Deep down, you believe that your worth is tied to how useful you are to others. You believe that if you stop sacrificing your time, energy, and mental peace for them, they will stop loving or respecting you. Here is the dark truth you need to internalize. People do not respect self-sacrificing martyrs. They exploit them. When you continually rescue people from the consequences of their own bad choices, you aren't helping them, you are enabling their weakness. And you are bankrupting your own emotional reserve in the process. You become like a house with no doors or locks. Anyone can walk in, throw their trash on your floor, eat your food, and leave you to clean up the mess while they walk away untouched. Marcus Aurelius warned himself about spending his limited energy on people who refuse to help themselves. Do not waste the remainder of your life in thoughts about others when it does not refer to some object of common utility. Why drain your own lamp to light the path of a man who prefers the dark? Slay the hero complex today. Learn the absolute power of a clean, unapologetic no. You are not responsible for fixing every broken person who crosses your path. Your primary duty is to safeguard your own character, your own purpose, and your own peace. If someone's presence in your life requires you to betray your own boundaries, that person does not belong in your inner circle. Let us talk about a ghost that haunts your present reality every single day. Think back to a major mistake you made years ago. A business idea that went bankrupt. A relationship that ended in embarrassing heartbreak. A moment where you lost your temper. Or a situation where you froze and looked foolish in front of people you wanted to impress. Even though years have passed, that memory still sits in your brain like an open wound. Whenever an opportunity appears today, that memory leaps up and shouts. Remember what happened last time. Remember how bad it hurt? Don't try again. You know how this ends. You are trapped in the memory cage. You are using a dead version of yourself to make decisions for the living person standing here today. Think about how absurd this is. The person who made that mistake 3 years ago had less knowledge, less experience, less maturity, and fewer tools than you possess right now. Yet you continue to punish your present self for the ignorance of your past self. You are holding yourself in a mental prison for a crime whose sentence ended long ago. Epictetus gave his students a brilliant perspective on handling past failures. A ship should not ride on a single anchor, nor should life depend on a single hope or be ruined by a single wreck. What is past is no longer yours. Why carry a corpse on your back while trying to scale a mountain? Unlock the memory cage today. Extract the lesson from your past failure, write it down, and then burn the emotional baggage. Stop viewing your past as a permanent sentence. View it as a rough draft. You are not defined by the mistakes you made when you were navigating in the dark. You are defined by the discipline and awareness you bring to the present moment. Here is a daily habit that is quietly destroying your confidence and making you underestimate your true worth. You open your phone, scroll through social media, or look at your peers at work. You see them posting highlight reels of their lives, their new promotions, their luxury vacations, their flawless relationships, and their seemingly effortless success. Then, you look at your own life. You look at your messy room, your doubts, your financial struggles, and your daily internal battles. And you think, I am so far behind. Everyone else has it figured out, and I am failing. You have swallowed the comparison poison. You are making a catastrophic cognitive error. You are comparing your chaotic interior reality to their carefully curated exterior presentation. You don't see their private midnight anxieties. You don't see their debts, their broken relationships, their imposter syndrome, or the performance they put on just to keep up appearances. You are comparing your behind-the-scenes footage to their movie trailer. This habit makes you underestimate your own progress, because you are measuring your journey against a fictional standard that doesn't exist in reality. Seneca addressed this toxic human habit with characteristic wisdom. A man is never happy if he is tormented by the greater happiness of another. If you wish to build true peace, compare yourself only to who you were yesterday. To look sideways is to invite envy, and envy is the rot of the soul. Purge the comparison poison from your system. Turn your eyes inward. The only legitimate competition that exists in your life is between you and the person you were 24 hours ago. Are you slightly more disciplined today? Are you slightly more knowledgeable? Have you mastered your emotions a little better than yesterday? If the answer is yes, you are winning. Let the rest of the world play their noisy comparison games while you build an unshakable empire in silence. We have reached the seventh and most profound trap of all. Why do you hesitate when it's time to step up and lead? Why do you downplay your achievements when someone compliments your work? Why do you make yourself smaller, quiet down your ambitions, and act modest when you know you possess extraordinary capacity? It isn't because you fear failure. In psychology, there is a famous concept known as the Jonah complex, the deep-seated fear of your own greatness. You are terrified of what will happen if you actually step into your full power. You know that if you step into your magnitude, you will no longer have excuses to hide behind. Weak, insecure people around you will feel uncomfortable and try to pull you down. You will be expected to deliver at an elite level every single day. You will lose the comfortable safety of being average. So you choose the trap of shrinking. You dim your light so others won't feel blinded. You play small so you don't make waves. You settle for crumbs because eating a feast requires you to stand up and face the room. This is the ultimate betrayal of your own existence. You were not given intelligence, energy, ambition, and life force just to sit in the corner and act harmless. Shrinking doesn't help the world, and it certainly destroys your own soul. Marcus Aurelius closed his journal with a powerful challenge to his own spirit. Never shrink from your own duty. You were made for cooperation, for strength, for leadership like feet, like hands, like the rows of the upper and lower teeth. To act against your nature by playing small is unnatural and unworthy of a rational soul. Stop shrinking. Stand up to your full height. Speak your truth with quiet, unshakable authority. Own your skills. Accept your achievements without fake modesty, and step into the fire of your true potential. Let the weak be uncomfortable with your light. Your job is not to dim your flame, it is to burn so bright that the shadows are forced to retreat. Let us review the 7 silent traps you must break today. Break the apologetic reflex. Stop apologizing for taking up space. Kill the delusion of someday readiness. Take action before you feel ready. Leave the validation casino. Build an internal baseline that external noise cannot shake. Slay the hero complex. Enforce firm boundaries and stop rescuing toxic leeches. Unlock the memory cage. Stop punishing your present self for past drafts. Purge the comparison poison. Compare yourself only to who you were yesterday. Stop shrinking. Stand in your full magnitude and own your quiet power. The era of underestimating yourself ends right here, right now. You are done playing the victim to your own mental habits. You are done letting lesser minds dictate your worth. You are done hiding in the comfortable shadow of average living. Pick up your discipline. Enforce your boundaries. Step into your quiet power and build a life that stands untouchable against the storms of reality. If you are ready to destroy these silent traps and unlock your genuine potential starting today, Write one single word in the comments section below. Unbroken. Share this video with a friend or brother who is sleeping on his own potential and needs this wake-up call. Walk silent, stand unbroken, and remain untouchable.